What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do the mid-September reading for my Cancerians out there. If you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. You can also hit the bell notification icon, and you'll be notified when I go live. You can come join me for a free live tarot reading. I also have a few slots available for personal private readings. I'm running a special right now. You can do 1 for 10, 2 for 20, 3 for 30. That information will be in the description box below. So Cancer, I had a couple of technical glitches here. I started your reading, got about 10 minutes into it, and realized that my sound wasn't recording and some other things. So I already had some cards out here, and I was like, dang it, I'm going to start the reading over. But I was like, no, I'm not, because your reading is actually pretty epic, starting out pretty epic. Okay, so what I've done up here is we've got your overall energy, and then we would be getting into the core of your reading down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go backwards here and show you card by card what came out for you in your overall energy, because the energy is epic for you. It's the best I've seen, at least up here in this part of the reading, out of any sign that I've done. So the first card that came out for you was the World card. Okay, and this does have some of the same meanings as the World in tarot. So this is about, closing out cycles, completing tasks, getting things done, achievement, success. It's also a time of closing out seasons and perhaps traveling. But in this particular Oracle deck, the World card is also the world is your oyster. It's about opportunities. It's about being in an environment, an energetically rich environment or atmosphere, if you will, to make things happen the way that you want, to get what you want. It's a card of fulfillment. Literally, the world is your oyster. You can do anything and everything that you want and make it happen, because the soil or the ground, so to speak, is very fertile for your manifestations. So I don't know what magic elixir or what magic water you guys have been drinking, but I need to find some, because the next card out is Milk and Honey. And this card in this Oracle deck is basically all about getting everything that you want. It's moving into a time of blessings, fulfillment, abundance. It's got a 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles vibe attached to it. So you're happily ever after, getting what you want. It's just basically when the stars align and everything in life seems to be going your way. Blessing after blessing, thing after thing. If you want love, love shows up. You want a new job shows up. If you want a raise, you get the raise. It's like, anything is kind of possible here in terms of getting your blessings here. And then the third card is we have the Waterfall, which is inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place. So this is basically saying, like, you've taken charge of your life. You've taken ownership of your life. You've taken control of your life. You're in your power, basically. You found this peace. You found this confidence, and you're just kind of happy with your life right now. And I don't see obviously why you wouldn't be under this energy. Now, the next card that came out was this False Person, which kind of came out here as the first card underneath this World energy. And so before I realized when I was recording a second ago, before I realized that I wasn't recording, I had a strong sense that this False Person is somebody that you've already dealt with. Now, some of you may not, I don't know, but I felt like this is somebody from your past. You've already dealt with this person. You already know who they are, and you've closed that out. But the World energy, it's like, I'm done with that season, that phase of my life. I'm not dealing with those types of energies or people anymore, right? Now, if you don't know who this person is, and again, I feel like for the majority of you, if you've dealt with a liar, deceiver, betrayer, backstabber, gossiper, somebody who's an energy vampire, whatever you want to call it, you'll know who this person is. Like you would intuitively, you would already know, okay, I know exactly who he's talking about. Okay. So, for those of you that are like, no, that I don't, there's nobody in my life that I know of. well, then this would be a mild warning just to keep your eyes open out ahead of you in the future. You may meet somebody who might be a little bit of a false person or a lot bit of a false person. So if you don't know anyone like this, you haven't dealt anyone in your past with that energy, then just keep this, just keep that, in the back of your mind, this message as a mild warning. Okay. And this is not to freak you out, but it's just, Spirit wants to give you heads up, which is awfully kind of Spirit, right? It's like, hey, there might be somebody deceptive up the road there. Just keep your eyes open because, you're in this great energy, and obviously Spirit doesn't want you to fall in a rut or get tricked or sabotage this good thing happening in your life. Now, the next two cards are interesting. So we had unexpected income, and then we have great fortune. So this is incredible, and it's interesting because we have this milk and honey energy with this world energy, and this waterfall card as well, which is all about you stepping in your confidence. So I don't know, you're getting some type of it's either an inheritance, you could be getting a major raise at your work, you could be changing jobs where your new job income far surpasses your previous job's income. Maybe you sell something, an asset, a car, a home, or some stocks, or you sell something and you get a lot more money than you thought you were going to get for it. It could, like I said, it could be an inheritance that you get from somebody else. Maybe if you've had some type of legal problem, you win. Maybe you win a lawsuit or something and you get a bunch of money. But whatever it is, the key word here is unexpected. So you're not expecting this. It's just going to be very shocking. And I definitely feel like that's what's definitely driving this land of milk and honey, because now it's like, oh my gosh, this is like a life-changing amount of wealth, for you. So pretty cool, pretty exciting here. Okay. So, let's take a look at your main reading now. Let's dive into this a little more. Now, keep in mind, this reading is intended to be more, a more romantic, type of reading. Okay. It's intended to be a love reading, but if other energies show up, obviously I'm going to channel those energies as they show up. So if something about money or career or something shows up, then I'll mention it. So we're going to look at your past. We're going to look at your present. We're going to look at the future potential outcome. We're going to look at your major challenge here, your obstacles and challenge. Then we're going to look at the advice here. And for this, I'm going to be using my new Human Innovation Oracle deck. It will be for sale eventually. This is just a prototype. Once I get all the, once I use it enough to where I feel confident that it's good enough to put on the market, then I just have to finish designing the little book that comes with it, and some of the cards I'm going to have to tweak because the wording doesn't show up very well. Okay, but anyways, so I'm only going to take one, but we had two cards that came out. So we've got the Divine Masculine. You can see the wording at the bottom doesn't show up as clear, but this is kind of like an emperor type of energy. Okay. So this is, taking charge, getting crap done, completing tasks, being the leader of your life, taking action, building things, conquering things, knocking stuff out, going for what you want unapologetically, right? It's that divine masculine energy. And the second card is Ascension. And this is about going to the next level. It's like when we raise our vibration, when we leave behind an old version of ourselves. So it's essentially what we would want to see happen, I would say, like in traditional tarot, the Death card. Like the Death card is a transition. It's a change, like where one version of us dies and a new version of us comes alive, right? It's the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly, or we could even call it the World card, where you close out one huge major cycle of your life and you start a brand new one, because the world ends the path of the 22 major arcana, and then you're back at the 0 card, which is the Fool, when you're on a whole new cycle. You started a whole new cycle, but you started a whole new cycle as a whole new you. Okay. So this is you. Basically, these two cards together is you. You've stepped into your power, which is this waterfall energy. This is you've found your confidence. You've embraced this confidence, and now you've leveled up. You've raised your vibration. You're spiritually awakened, and you're going up to the next level here. So I'm going to leave the Divine Masculine card on the table here because it to me, it matches the energy more with this other card that we have out here. So let's take a look at your present. Now that's the past. So you've done some work here in your recent past to level up. Let's take a look at your current. So I wanted to give 2 cards again. Yeah, so you've been through a lot of turbulence here with chaos. Okay, so this is, coming out of very turbulent times, basically. Like your life has had a lot of hardships. There's been a lot of trials, a lot of obstacles, chaos or conflict in any type of form, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It's just when our life feels very chaotic, no matter what the cause is. Okay. And so, I feel like you've been kind of going through and working out a lot of the knots, if you will, and life has felt very chaotic up to this point. And the second card we have is the Magician type of energy, which is manifestation. Okay. So some of this, I'm going to leave the Chaos card here. That's the stronger energy. Some of this, and don't get mad at me when I say this, some of this chaos was brought up, you brought it on yourself a little bit. Okay. Not all of it, but the law of a cause and effect, the law of attraction, to some degree, at some point, you manifested some of this into your life here, and not obviously nobody that I know, goes out and tries to manifest chaos into their life willingly. Right. So it's not like something that I think that obviously you woke up one morning and it's like, I want more chaos in my life. We all, invite some degree of conflict or chaos into our life. Otherwise, life would be perfect. We just do so unconsciously, right? So, but the manifestation energy is also responsible for the other energy as well. So while you may have had some chaotic times, and obviously, I feel some of that could have been tied to this false person, and maybe this false person was somebody who's been in your life. Again, I feel like it's past energy more than anything. Somebody who was just a pain in your butt. Could have been family members, friends, could have been a coworker, could have been a boss, could even have been, a spouse, somebody you're married to, a boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody that was just, that just caused a lot of chaos in your life, right? And I feel that you've closed out that cycle or are closing out that cycle, one of the two, which is going to eliminate a lot of this chaos for you. And you've also been manifesting all of this good energy in because you've done the work. You took leadership of your life. And for some of you, that divine masculine energy basically means you stood up for yourself. You created boundaries with this person or maybe other situations in your life. And you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate this crap anymore. I'm going to stand up for myself. I know what I deserve. And I'm not going to, I'm going to protect my peace. And I'm going to push out anything that's no longer in alignment with who I am, my beliefs, my values, or just my energy, right? So as a result of that, you went through that ascension process that we had here, that ascension energy a second ago. So so all that to say is you've manifested this. You've manifested this great fortune, this good abundance, these happier times into your life as a result of the work that you're doing. And I believe that you're closing out the door here with this, with any remnants or leftovers or residual energy from this chaos card that's here, basically. So let's take a look at the future potential outcome here. And if this was a relationship, since this is a love reading, I do feel like, this is kind of going to be, you're closing this out. So if this is kind of like been a toxic relationship that you're leaving, or getting out of, then I think that you will do so in the near future. Yeah, I can't make this up. See, as soon as I said that, the near future, we have letting go. Okay, so this is you letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of this chaos in your life, letting go of anything in your life that creates chaos. And look, the next card is you have seasons. You can't see it very well. But the card of seasons is all about you, again, you're changing seasons. You're moving out of one season of your life. You're moving into a whole new season in your life. Okay. And if you look at extremes, if you look at summer and winter, they're complete opposites, right? Winter, everything is dead. It's cold. It's dead. There's nothing green. You know, all the leaves on the trees are out. It's cold outside. You know, you want to stay inside where it's warm, and you basically want to hibernate, right? There's not a lot of movement in winter. Summer, where everything's green. It's lush. Everybody wants to be outside. Everybody wants to be in the sun. Everybody wants to go out and do things, take vacations. So it's a very busy time. Nobody wants to be inside in summer, right? So it's kind of, that's the shift. You've kind of come out of whatever this difficult season, chaotic season of your life is. Maybe we could call it a winter season of your life, and you've moved, at the very least, you've moved into spring, if not moving into kind of a summer, you know, a happier time, like a summer type of energy, metaphorically speaking. So let's take a look at the major obstacle here. And I do feel that the more that you let go here with this letting go energy, the faster you're going to see changes across the board in your life. The faster you're going to see those things happen. So we have the pause energy. So the pause card is basically putting things on hold for a moment. It's not stopping something. It's not, you know, you're not canceling it. You're not walking away from it. It's not finished. It's not finalized. It's not completed, but you're not taking any action on it, right? It's like, hey, it's not a time to go backwards. It's not a time to quit, and it's not a time to move forward. It's just a time of pause. Right? It's almost kind of like if you're outside somewhere and it starts to rain, and, you know, you have to go inside of a store until the rain passes, right? Or if you were inside the store and you had your groceries and then it starts pouring down raining, you might wait a second before you run out into the parking lot because you don't want to get soaking wet, right? So you're just waiting there. You're not going to stay there forever, but you're just going to wait and see if the rain lets up, right? Or maybe if it blows over and it stops altogether. That's what the pause energy is here telling you. It's saying, hey, right now you need to take a pause. You know, when it comes to certain things, not everything in your life, but certain things in your life need to be put on hold right now. You need to just put it on hold and not worry about it anymore, right? And just kind of let things kind of play out. Let some time pass, or let something else happen before you press play again, so to speak, right? Before you jump back in and try to address that thing or move forward in it, okay? But because this is showing up in the hurdle or obstacle position, this could indicate that where or when you've needed to put something on pause, you haven't. You just kept going, and maybe there's been some impatience here, okay? So if that sounds like you, the challenge here is to put certain things on your life on hold for now, just for now, and not to force anything, and definitely don't get hasty or don't do anything impulsive. So let's look at and if it's love, then it's saying like, hey, you know, right now you may need to, excuse me, you may need to press the pause button on it for just a hot second, you know, maybe for the next 30 days or something, or the next 2 weeks or something, you know, just put it on pause right now. If it has nothing to do with love, it could have to do with other things in your life. You'll know what this is. The advice is contracts. So that's telling me, and contracts can be literal or they can be metaphorical. So this could be any kind of contract you have, whether it's a car payment, whether it's your mortgage, whether it's a work contract that you have to fulfill, whether it's getting an order out. It could be, you owe a bill, you owe some type of money, you got to pay something. It could be a metaphorical contract. You made a promise to somebody, or a soul contract, or, like a marriage or a divorce or something like that, anything to do with contracts. So the advice here is saying that whatever this contract is, and again, only you guys would know, whatever this contract is, this needs to be taken care of, in order for things to move forward in your life. And so you may get a contract that you have to notarize or sign if you get a bunch of unexpected money. You may have to go, and actually it may not just be, a check may not just show up to you in the mail. You may actually have to do some work, like, okay, well, I got to go down to, the tax office, or I have to fill out paperwork, or I have to file something, or I have to get something notarized. Like, you may have to jump through some hoops in order to get that money released to you, or get that money to get to your bank account. For others of you, again, this could just be things that you need to tie up, loose ends you need to tie up before this cycle, this season's completely done in your life, so that these new things can come in here. And being that the pause button is here and the challenge, it may be saying that you need to put other things on pause right now that are less important, and go address whatever this contract is, and make that the priority, because it might be a time sensitive thing. So if there's anything time sensitive in your life that needs to be done sooner than later, put those other things on hold and go ahead and prioritize that time sensitive thing and get that knocked out here. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have female. Okay. Now for me, I have in this deck that I created, I have a divine masculine and a divine feminine. Okay. Those two cards are not gender specific. I have a male and a female card that are gender specific, and I did that on purpose. Now, the female energy showing up at the bottom means that there is a female presence, and it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. Okay, so if you're a female, this could be referring to you, or somebody else. But whoever this is, it means that there is a female, there is a woman that's playing a significant role in your life in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it's the false person. I don't know if it's the person who might be giving you this money. I don't know if it's the person maybe who you have a contract with, or doing some type of contracting with. I don't know if it's somebody you're having to put on hold. I don't know if it's somebody you need to let go of. I don't know if it's somebody that who's caused a lot of chaos in your life. Again, it could be related to any of the other energies that are on the table. Only you will know. But it is specifically saying that there is a female in your life, somewhere in your life, this female energy, there is some type of influence. Okay, this person is playing a role in your life to some degree, good, positive, negative, I don't know, but it's here, and it's something that you definitely need to be aware of. Okay, so let's take a look now at some final messages here to kind of close out your reading here. So I'm going to get 3 cards and a bottom card from the tarot real quick. And then I've got 2 other decks just to pull some last additional messages here. So what do we need to know? So we got the 3 of Pentacles, the first card out here. So yeah, so this is you working with, you could be working with somebody, you could be collaborating with somebody, you could be working on a project, you could be working with a team, or you could be just taking it easy, and maybe you're talking to, you're talking to a few people. So if, like, for instance, if you're dating, you haven't chosen anyone specific yet. Like you're just kind of taking it easy. You're just having casual conversations, maybe going out to coffee or on a casual date and just having chit chat. It's not, the 3 of Pentacles in love is not like a whole lot of emotion, right? It's pentacles. Like you're just going out It's just kind of back and forth chit chat, just getting to know you. It's even less emotional than the Three of Cups, right? So if it's a dating related to dating, this is you just taking it easy, just going out, going on casual dates and talking to people. In other areas of life, it could have anything to do with anything that I've already discussed throughout the reading, literally, like, dealing with contracts, dealing with people, work-related things, anything that we've covered throughout this whole reading, this Three of Pentacles could deal with here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Oh, this one wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. Four of Wands. So this is, if this has to do with money or investments, this could be a house or real estate. So I'm just going to say that right off the bat. When it comes to relationships, the Four of Wands is like, a celebration card. It's like going to someone's wedding, basically. It could also be a homecoming, like if, somebody who's been gone a long time returns home, like someone who's maybe been deployed overseas or something like that. But the Four of Wands is taking the relationship up to the next level, basically. So this would basically be like you could be moving in with somebody. The Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands together could be buying a home, going around and looking at houses, because on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the picture, there's two people on the ground and there's one person who's kind of standing up and working on something or pointing at something, like a pillar or something, so that could be like someone, taking you around and showing you houses with your partner. So some of you could be house shopping, looking for a place to live. Four of Wands has to do with moving in together. So you could be moving in together with somebody, or again, you could just be shopping for a house with somebody, or you could, with the Three of Pentacles moving to the Four of Wands, you could meet somebody and things move quite quickly. So maybe you meet somebody, you go out on a date, you go out a few times, you get to know them, and next thing you know, you're over at their house, having a sleepover, or maybe, you're just over there for dinner, but it's definitely things moving to the next level romantically. And for some tarot readers, they call it their twin flame cards, like meeting your divine twin soul, because the Four Wands look like the number 1111. So, maybe you meet your twin flame. Let's get one more card in the bottom card here. Okay, so the Eight of Swords came out. So the Eight of Swords is all about getting stuck in your head, stuck in negative thoughts, overthinking, just letting the rat brain, the monkey mind, the devil in your head, the voice in your head, run the show. So the Eight of Swords is like the minor arcana version of the devil card, and I feel like for many of you, because of your past experiences, or maybe the chaos energy that you've gone through, you may be a little bit hesitant, or maybe you have some trauma, or maybe you have some past stuff that comes up when you start to date, and you get stuck in your head and you start to spiral, and next thing you know, all you can think about is all the negative, or all the what ifs, or what if this person betrays me or cheats or lies, or what if they're like the last person, or what if this doesn't work out, or what if they ghost me, what if they only want sex and they don't want something long-term, whatever the situation is. All that type of thinking, right, is Eight of Swords. Okay. So this is just, I think this is like a friendly warning from the universe saying, hey, don't get stuck in your head. Don't let your thoughts run the show and ruin a good opportunity here. Now, for those of you who might be going out and looking for houses, and again, this could be a very small few of you, this might be that you guys don't really, there's no good options. Like the Eight of Swords is like, man, this sucks. We have this much money. This is our price range, but we're, here's the market, and there's nothing in the market. There's nothing on the market that we like, that fits our needs, wants, desires, or maybe even our price range, right? And so the Eight of Swords could be a disappointment type of energy. You're like, hey, we couldn't find any homes or houses right now. Again, that's a very small percentage of you, but I had to mention it because of that, what I said earlier about the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Now, the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. Okay, Pisces energy. So you don't have to be dealing with the Pisces, but you could. Just have to say it. So the Hangman is tied to the challenge energy, the pause button. Okay, it's basically when we feel stuck, when we feel like we keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. The definition of insanity. It's almost like God's source universe has to put us in timeout and literally tie us up to a tree to get us to stop and think about what we're doing in our life, and so that, maybe if, we're literally restrained and all we can do is just hang there, we can't go anywhere. It's like, well, maybe you'll start thinking about things, right? It's like, oh, now that I've got this time to sit here and reflect and think, you start thinking about all this stuff. Like, well, why, am I really happy with where I am in life? Why did I make these decisions? What decisions do I need to make? What do I want out of life? You start thinking about all these things. If it's certain situations, then the Hangman is about having a new perspective. It's seeing things from a different view, putting yourself in someone else's shoes, seeing the world from a different angle, right? And for some people, it's that ascension. It's like you become enlightened, you become aware, you have an aha moment. You're like, oh, I get it now. Now I know why things have been this way, or why my life is going this way. I know what I need to do to change, whatever the epiphany is, right? And sometimes it has to do with, we get that breakthrough, we get that new perspective by either letting go of something, or sometimes we have to sacrifice something, right? And the difference between sacrifice and letting go is, typically letting go of something is it's outlived its purpose or its value, right? So it's like if you use like an iPhone 10, you've used it for however many years, and now the 15 is out, right? Because the 10 is however many years old, and you finally decide, all right, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to upgrade to the iPhone 15. So the iPhone 10 isn't, it's you're getting the latest and the greatest. So you're okay with letting the old go, right? You're not attached to it anymore. You've already decided you want the new thing. That's letting go. Well, sacrifice is basically something that still holds value to you, but you may have to let go of this thing, even though it's valuable to you, in order for you to get something else that could either be more valuable to you, or at the very least, it's just better for you, or more in tune with where you want to go. So it's not that the thing doesn't have value anymore. It does have value. But sacrifice means that you have to choose between two things, and they're both valuable to you. So to let one go, it's a big deal. Okay. That's everything I just said is Hangman energy. So you have to apply it to your life and your situation as necessary. Okay. And when it comes to love, it may have to do with, again, just staying out of this Eight of Swords energy. It's like you've learned so much. Lean into that. You have this new perspective. Don't let the past or whatever happened in the past screw you over going into the future, and definitely don't stay in this Eight of Swords stuck energy here. Okay. So let's get some final messages here. Some final love messages. Okay, so receptive. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. Yeah. So you're definitely, again, you got some awesome stuff coming in here, but you just have to be willing to receive it. Now, if that Hangman energy is there, it could also mean that you may need to, you may need to let go or sacrifice something to receive it, to get something better. Okay. That's not for all of you. It could be for some of you though. All right, let's go two more. cherish. So cherish your relationship. So yeah, this is just a reminder for you to not take your relationship for granted, and to not let it, to not lose the spark, not lose the passion, and to always cherish the gift that it is when you receive it. Because I do feel like you guys are about to meet somebody with this milk and honey, whatever's happening here. For those of you that are single, you have somebody on the way. You're going to meet somebody, and it could be around other people, a group setting, a community setting, a work setting, friend setting, anywhere where you meet people in a group with that Three of Pentacles. And once you meet them, it's going to be Four of Wands. And man, I could marry this person. You're going to feel that energy, and you're going to feel it so strongly that the Eight of Swords is going to hit you. Like, it's going to get you in your head, because you're just going to be like, man, I wasn't expecting this. Maybe this person's not my type. What if it's just infatuation or lust, all of that kind of stuff. But it's not. It's going to be the real deal. See? Can't make this up. Tested. All right. So, you might feel tested by this relationship when it shows up, or by this person, or you may have this may be a test of your personal development because of the past experiences you've had. So the test may be internal, like, hey, are you going to turn away a good person now that they finally shown up? Or are you going to shrink back in fear because you had so many bad relationships in the past, right? Because love is the most courageous thing you'll ever do. Period. It's the most courageous thing anyone will ever do. And love is risk. With no risk, there's no reward, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we have true love. So this person coming in, wherever you meet this person, if it's a new person, this is going to be your true love. Now, if it's a past person, the same thing. Past person shows up, you've changed, they've changed. Maybe that's the true love. Only you guys will know. But the point is whoever this person is, this new person, past or present, a new form of them, or brand new, you've never known them. So when I use the word new, I use it loosely here, because a past person could show up as a new person if they're in a new energy. But this is what you've been waiting for. That's the bottom line. All right, so let me get 3 messages here to close out the reading for you guys. 3 more messages here. Of course, it's going to fall in a spot where I can't really pick it up. Okay. I'll say, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So this is just telling you not to be afraid, not to be scared. And when this person shows up, again, I feel like you guys might be tempted to self-sabotage with this Eight of Swords. You might be tempted to, your self-preservation, your past, your trauma, whatever kind of kicks in, and it might try to, to get you in your head. And this is saying, no, give this a chance. Don't let your monkey mind beat you up. Don't let your monkey mind get in the way of your blessing here. Let's get 2 more for you. Okay, the next one that came out is heart-to-heart conversations. So this is about building trust here. This is I feel like, the more that you spend time with this person when they come in, the more that you're going to start to trust them. So this is about going deep. This is about not just going surface level, what'd you do today? What's for dinner? What's your favorite color? This is about really getting to know somebody, who they really are, so you can really trust them. Because I feel like you know, when somebody there's nothing wrong with going out and having fun. But when all somebody wants to do when you're around them is just have fun, like, you know, every time you go out, you got to go drinking, or all somebody wants to do is get drinks, go eat, get drinks, you know, or just sit on the couch or just have sex. Like, you know, that's superficial. That's surface level. You're not getting to know somebody. You know, if you're not having conversations about who you are, your story, your life, what you've gone through, your dreams, your goals, your desires, your future, your deal breakers, you know, things that inspire you and motivate you. Like, if you're not going into like maybe some deep conversations about like your personal beliefs or spirituality, or, you know, who made you who you are today, you know, who are the closest people in your life? What are they like? You know, who are your best friends, and, you know, who do you call when you need help? Like, who can you count on? Like, there's so many things, there's so many areas that are more important than just, you know, again, I'm not bashing going out, I'm not bashing having fun, but some people, that's it. That's, you know, they're really fun in certain circumstances, but when it's time to really go deep, they don't have that ability. And that's where, you know, and that's how you can trust somebody. So this could lead to engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So yeah, this is that Four of Wands energy. Definitely. So definitely feel like, Cancer, you guys, you know, you've been through a lot. You have some things going on in your life right now that still might need to be closed out and handled here, as we've discussed. But on the love front, you definitely have somebody that's either in your life now, coming into your life, in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a past person, new person, or whoever. And with the Three of Pentacles, it could even be somebody you already know, like a friend that, you know, finally comes forward and you start hanging out with them more, and then you start to develop feelings for each other. It could be one of those things. But whatever it is, it's good. And at the bottom of the deck, we have calling in your soulmate. Okay. So in terms of love and what's coming up for you, you have a soulmate coming in, you know, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. You have somebody coming in. It's definitely something that could go the distance. It could go to marriage, or an engagement here. And that's on top of the fact that you might be very wealthy by then, because of all the other energy that showed up here, the unexpected income, the great fortune, the world, the milk and honey. I mean, you have all the things here. Okay. There's been some chaos. There's been some turmoil. There's been some other things that have happened. Nobody has a perfect life. Nobody gets, nobody breezes their way through life. There's going to be something there, but for the most part, where you're headed now is, I mean, it's like the promised land. So it's really good stuff. Okay. So Cancer, that's what I have for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe for me. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. Come join me for a free live tarot reading. And that's what I have for you guys. And again, this is good for between about mid-September to about mid-October. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys as always. I will see you all very soon, and love and light.